touched on this, but what kind of things do you feel like you expected while becoming a mom, and what kind of things have been brand new to you?
Oh, wow. I expected things to go more as planned than they did. I also expected to get through my entire pregnancy, which didn't happen. So I had a lot planned out. Like, I had the whole pregnancy planned out and everything, where he was going to sleep, his bed, but we didn't get his crib until like a day before he got home.
Right.
And so it was just a very stressful time and honestly quite scary in some circumstances.
When those things happen, what did you do to kind of like get rid of that fear, or like kind of tell yourself that things would be okay?
Honestly, I didn't get rid of that fear. There's no way to get rid of that fear.
Right.
You just, like I said, you just got to go with what you got, because nothing goes as planned as a mother. It takes everything out of you.
And so, like, with you being pregnant a second time right now, are there things that you're kind of just like, yeah, I expect that things may not go as planned, and so you're trying to like address it differently, or maybe not be, a little as afraid?
Yeah, we're very hopeful with this one. I'm very hopeful that it's going to like be full term. But I also have this little doubt in my mind, like, okay, if it doesn't go to full term, then that's fine. We'll deal with it. Because honestly, I can't ever have this whole expectation in my mind anymore that everything's going to go to plan and everything's going to be great.
Right.
Because nothing really does. And so if it doesn't, that's fine. I mean, I'm always going to have the fear of things not going well.
But you're hopeful, and you're kind of holding on to that hope, and you have your support system, right?
Yes.
With your husband, how did your relationship change, and like especially leading up to you getting married after your son was born? Like,
it's gotten a lot more, I guess, relaxed. It was kind of high tension in the very beginning of my pregnancy, but it's more relaxed and more comfortable now. I definitely feel like children can cause a little bit of a rift in between couples,
right?
But there's a lot we've been through, so all we do is really talk it out, and it's more calm now.
Right, that's nice.
It's much more calm than it was in the beginning when I was pregnant last time. But I'm also trying to learn how to control my emotions, because so many like pregnancy hormones, and it just can get overwhelming sometimes, especially with a baby and being pregnant again.
Right. Is there anything you do in particular to kind of like calm yourself down, or?
I actually have two ways of calming down. I go on walks with my dog and my son, or I'll clean. I'll like be frustrated and just start cleaning out of nowhere. Angry cleaning is a great way to like not be mad at people sometimes. And plus, then I get to get my house clean and be less stressed about my house.
Right.
I know it sounds very funny, but I mean, that's just a way I've been able to like de-stress.
So how would you say that you are similar to your peers who are about the same age, and how would you say you're different from them?
I would say similar to my peers. I actually really wanted to move out and get my own life. But my whole plan was to move out, get my own life, and have a family. But I honestly don't know if I planned it this early. But regardless, I was happy. I feel like people my age honestly take some things for granted. like being able to do stuff on their own and being able to just set boundaries for people.
A lot of people at this age are kind of like thinking like they're not sure what they want to do with their future, or they're like planning and then they get stressed out about things that are not going their way and that type of thing. Do you still feel like you also experience that, or do you feel like being a mom is kind of like changed how you feel about that?
I feel like being a mom, you don't really get too much of a chance to plan, so you just do things however it comes. You kind of just take everything, and so you kind of just have to deal with what comes your way and everything that happens. And yeah, I get stressed out just like everybody else, but I have to learn to accept the stress sometimes and just let things happen.
Would you say that your transition to kind of adulthood happened faster than most people?
Well, see, I still kind of feel like a child, which is kind of great because I get to grow up with my son. But at the same time, I had to grow up a little faster than most people do.
Right.
And it's been great, honestly. I loved how I've grown up and how I'll be able to grow up with my kids. Honestly, it's made my life a lot better having my son, because now I get to be young and watch him grow up. And I know when he's 20, I'll be 40. So I get to see him when he's my age and see him with his family and all that. And it's honestly something I've wanted all my life.
Sounds like you guys have a really good bond, even though it's only been such a short time. And I'm sure it'll get stronger and stronger over the years.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, is there something that, as a mom who's this young, is there something you kind of wish you could tell society about yourself, so that way they would understand?
Being a young mom isn't as bad as people think and as difficult. Being a mom, regardless, sometimes has its downsides, but it's honestly one of the best things you could go through. And being a younger mom, you get to grow up with your kids, like I said, and kind of understand your child a little better and understand yourself while raising your child.